Monday. Happy new work week. Happy early 4th of July if you are in the United States. Good evening and welcome to my live. And if you happen to be watching later, welcome to the replay. My name is Robin and I'm with Robin's Egg Blue Creations, and I'm also an independent designer with Chalk Couture. So once you hop on tonight's live or you hop on the replay at a later date, say hi in the comments and tell me where you're watching from. Also, if you hop on the replay later, put hashtag replay in the comments so that I get notified that you have jumped on the video, and that also lets me know to look for any additional comments or questions after the live has ended. I do want to let you know I'm live in 2 locations this evening, so if you hear me refer to a comment that is not in your feed, that person may be on a different platform. And also at any time during the video you like what you see or you just want to help out my little channel, please feel free to spread the craft love all over Facebook and YouTube. I need all the help I can get to get some new eyeballs. I'm at like 700 followers on Facebook. I'd love to get to 1,000 by the end of the year. I've been stuck there for literally like 5 years, but that's my own doing. So if you could help me, that would be great. Hit that thumbs up button, hit that heart button, like, follow, subscribe, whatever platform you're on, but please feel free to share it. Also, if you're watching, tag your crafty friends and invite them to watch along with you. With that, I'm going to go to my comments. I see that Jason is watching from the other side of the door. And with that, I'm going to quickly try to share it into my group since I'm not able to go live in there anymore with a third-party app. So I'm just going to share this really quick. Come hang out with me on my biz page. Not box page, biz page. Sorry about that. Okie doke. We are good to go. Okay, perfect. Now, let's flip the camera. So I'm going to do a few little clicks here. So if you saw by my thumbnail, sorry, I don't know why that flickers. I'm going to celebrate, and you can celebrate along with me, kind of a mashup of holiday celebrations during the month of July. So pretty typical, lots of crafters and creatives celebrate Christmas in July, and I really wanted to do that, but I also need to get ready for a fall open house at Raised Rustic in Ellsworth pretty early on in August, so I thought, why not just do a holiday mashup in July? So if you saw by my thumbnail, I can just pull that up really quick. This is going to be the 12 days of Hallo-Fall-Mas, Fall-oween-Mas. Oh, heck, let's just celebrate everything. So, merry everything. That's kind of this is going to be my version of July. So, a little bit of fall, a little bit of Halloween, a little bit of Christmas. And I hope to do at least 2 lives and probably a pre-recorded video. So, you'll get at least 12 different pieces of content throughout the month. So tonight I picked out the brand new, it's called Fresh Baked. It is a size C transfer, super cute. So we're going to do a little bit of watercoloring up here. And I've also picked out the rectangular tray. This is an 11 by 17 tray. So I'm excited to use it. We've had it for, I think it came out at Christmas-ish last year, and I have had it in my stash, and I just have not used it. Hello, Miss Bonita. Welcome. So I have had this tray in my stash since about Christmas, and I have not used it, so now is the time. It is going to be a stash busting month, I hope. So this is, if you are new to Chalk Couture, this is a reusable silkscreen stencil transfer. It is adhesive backed, so there is a sticky back, and everything that you see here is all intact. So for instance, if I wanted to do a vinyl, if this was a vinyl decal, I would have to worry about keeping this part of the R intact with the decal. And inevitably, I'm always losing the inside pieces, especially like the O's and these little punctuation marks. But with the joy of a silk screen, that is all interconnected. So this silk screen joins the outside and the negative parts of all of my designs and letters together. So a lot easier than a vinyl decal or a vinyl stencil. These are reusable about 8 to 12 times, so I need to note on the back side, either with the name of the transfer or just the word back. That way, when I'm finished cleaning, I know that this is the back side and I need to stick my transfer to this side. So let's put that away for a little bit, and we're going to unwrap our tray. So this says it's a specifically designed surface for use with Chalkology paste and chalk transfers. I was trying to see if it's, I'm going to look actually on the web on my chalk site to see if it gives any usage information, like if I'm supposed to wax it. I probably will. It does have a little bit of wood grain surface to it, so it's not completely smooth. So this sells for $30. It is a reusable surface, so it can be chalked again and again. So that's really cool. So once I'm done, if I find another design that I like better, then I can wipe this off and start again. It does also come with hardware. It does come with my handles and 2 screws. We will put those to the side. And if you're a hoarder like me, you will always save the cardboard that comes in the inside. It's actually really sturdy cardboard. And like if you needed to make like a gift basket kind of thing, these are great because one side is white and the other side is cardboard. So this white side is a lot nicer if you wanted to make like a gift basket where you put some shredded paper down and then put all your little pieces to whatever gift basket and then wrap it in cellophane. Perfect. Benita says she keeps all of her cardboard from Chalk Couture. I do as well. Okay, so I'm going to get my fuzz towel out. I probably should get a wipe or 4. Which, Jason, remind me, I keep forgetting to pick up more wipes at the store. So I'm going to put my wipe up there. So I have my fuzz towel out, but I don't think I'm going to wax it. I'm a little concerned about the wood grain surface. Can you see? Oh, yeah. I don't know what that was. Jason says it's on the list. So you can see the wood grain. So it is raised a little bit. I'm a little tiny concerned about that, but I don't want to put wax on it and then have it goop up in places. I don't know. Bonita, have you used this tray surface? Okay, so on these larger surfaces, transfers, I peel the transfer away, or the back of your sheet away from the transfer. If you try to do it the other way, it's probably going to end in disaster. And you're going to end up with your transfer stuck to itself. So I'm just fuzzing the transfer. So I'm just knocking back a little bit of that adhesive, just so it's not so sticky that it, I don't know why, I've got to figure out why my camera keeps flickering. Benita says she has not, but it's on her wish list. Well, really quickly, let me show you. Let's read through this. I haven't even, I think this is for customers as well. I don't know. Let me know if you got this email, but I believe today only, if you use BD20, you can get 20% off plus free shipping when you spend $70. And then Perks members can get a free drying tool, quick dry tool, with their purchase of $70. What if I lightly sanded it? Then I'd probably take all of the white off. I'm just going to use it as is, and I will be your guinea pig. I will figure it out for everybody. So I'm going to figure out where the center is. I'm lining up the edge of the B with the edge of the Y, and then I'm going to pinch in the middle. Yes, I could probably gauge the center with the edges of my transfer, but they're not always, the design is not always centered. Oh, I don't know what's happening with my camera. Sorry about that. It's not looking. Ooh, this one barely fits. Ooh, yeah, it barely fits. Okay, so let me, I guess it doesn't help to figure out where the center of my transfer is if I don't know the center of my, so it's at 17. It's pretty dang close, actually. I'm like 2/16 off. I'm actually just going to, oh, that's sticky. I'm actually just going to leave it. That is super sticky. Probably should have fuzzed a few more times. So if you find that it's sticky like this, don't pull back like this. Pull up like toward the ceiling. That way your transfer will curl less if you don't pull it back on itself. I'm just really going to kind of burnish, especially in these larger silk screen areas. Okay, and this is my inspiration pick. So we're gonna kind of just a couple of colors. Yeah, that's kind of what we're going for. So I think mainly Dune and black. So I'm going to pull those out. Okay, so pull that back again. So fresh baked. So all of the words, all of the smaller text is Dune, or camel. I think we're going to use camel. And the top of the pie. I could make the pie pan storm. We'll try that. A little bubble right there. I can see it. Okay. This is still some of that homemade black that I need to use. So we're going to use it. And it's just made with black craft acrylic paint and some of that Coco's chalky powder. But I think I just also have to remember I need to do all of this black so that I can go back in and watercolor it. So I think I'm going to get a couple of squeegees out. So those will be for my black. And I'll do probably maybe that one for my camel. Okay. So get a third one out. So this is just my black. It would be the equivalent of black velvet paste. I'm going to do a lot of pasting and peeling because I do not, this is a larger design. I'm switching colors. I don't want any portion of this to dry on itself. I don't want that paste to dry in the silk screen because if that happens and I go to pull it up, it's going to pull up all of my paste. So I just want to release that from the silk screen from the paste, and it actually, the texture is working out great. I'm just going to gently lay that back down. While I plug in my quick dry tool. Somehow I ended up on somebody else's live. There we go. Okay, we got that done. Let's burnish down our pie. Okay, and then I'm going to come in and do I'm going to come in and do these swishes first. Try to get off all of that excess because I can always reuse it. We'll pull up that section. Get that dried. It actually chalks really well. I'm really surprised. So I'm going to burnish my pie back down and the word baked. And we're going to come in and do the pie. I'm going to do it all black for now because we're going to come in with some watered down chalk paste. And we're going to do a little tiny bit of watercoloring. like I need to start grabbing more paste. Also need to come back in and even out some of my squeegee lines. And then pull that back. Well, there's the pie portion. Oops. It's so sticky. Rub that back down because I'll need it. Let's get this little piece. If I had my axe together, we could go ahead and do the camel. Which but I'll go ahead and pull that up. So I haven't really complained. I mean, it's just an observation when I've used. I'm not the biggest fan of the white boutique surface that's reusable because it has a really rough texture. So my paste usually feathers really badly. I will say that this tray texture is a lot different than the white boutique surface. Yes, Bonita, she says that chalk paste looks like it spreads really smoothly. It does. That's kind of where I was headed. You were smelling what I was cooking. It does. I'm actually really amazed at this surface. I was a little worried about the wood grain texture, but I'm actually really amazed. So now I'm just coming in with camel. I apologize for my camera. I need to figure out why it's flickering so bad. Ugh, I'm getting black everywhere. I always tell myself I'm going to do black last. Because it gets everywhere. I'm going to show you how it looks so far. You can kind of see how, I mean, there's no feathering. And it goes on really well. Try getting that detail on that pie with a vinyl decal. It's amazing. Jason says that looks really sharp. It does. I absolutely love these products. Okay, I'm going to come down and do the camel color, yep, down here, just because I don't want to get, I probably should have done those black. Yeah, but I can always come back in and do them. Or maybe I'll just leave them camel. Or it would be really cute to come back in. Of course, it would defeat the purpose of the tray. I was going to say it'd be really cute to add some buttons in where those little dots are, but then it wouldn't be a very smooth tray. Okay, separate that. Again, I'm trying to pull up toward the ceiling, not back on. I don't want to pull the transfer back on itself because then it has it'll have a tendency to drop or to curl. Okay. Let's okay, let's use this Big Daddy, see if we can move some paste. I'm just going to have to be careful not to go so fast that I get my paste everywhere where I don't want it, i.e. down in there where I just did the camel. Okay, let's slap some. I don't know what is up with my, sorry, I don't know why it's freezing and glitching and all that kind of stuff. It's not you, it's me for some reason. You may need to hop out and refresh and see if that helps because I'm frozen on my phone, but I'm not on my end. Okay, let's see. No freezing here. My phone is totally frozen up. It did it after I glitched. This thing is so sticky. Okay. Pull that back. Oh, that looks so good. Not to toot my own horn or anything. I am amazed at how well this surface took the chop paste. Anita says she's good on her end. It must just be my phone totally froze up. Well, good. Thanks for letting me know. And I don't have to worry about laying that back down. I just need to get these swooshies where they need to go. So get okay. Sorry, it just keeps glitching for some reason. Okay, let's. Ta-da! Okay, I'm gonna go put my transfer in my sink and spray it down, only because that black is made with craft acrylic paint and I don't want it to dry. So, un momento. Here, while I'm gone, why don't you have a sneaky peek at the July Club Couture kit? I'm just spraying it down. So what do you think of that? The Club Couture kit. Look at the blueberries, and you get 2 ink single packs, a cute little tote bag with the blue stripes. I can't wait to get mine. Okay, now let me refresh my phone. There. Okay, doke. Okay, here's what it looks like. I have one little tiny boo-boo right there at my cave. Hey, Miss Ashley. Otherwise, this is what our little tray looks like. So now I just want to watercolor the pie and the tray. So I must have camel on that side. I keep sticking my finger in it. And I need to grab some paintbrushes, or a paintbrush. A couple of different ones. Watercoloring. Oh. Snag the ones that I used the other day, and we'll see what happens. Hey, Margie, everyone's hopping on. So we are using the 11 by 17 rectangle tray. We used the fresh baked transfer, just black and camel, and now we're going to watercolor the pie and the pie plate. So put that water away because that's regular water. Get out my distilled water, and we'll see what happens. The black is craft acrylic based with with chalky powder, cocoa's chalky powder. So we'll see how it reacts with the water. I don't know. Man, I'm just getting it all over. So let's go. So all you have to do is water down your paste. I like to just kind of mess around in my the lid and make sure you use distilled water. Oh, I don't know what, and this is kind of what we're emulating tonight. This is from the lookbook. So I'm just going to use my paintbrush. Hold on, let me look at that again. Okay. Margie says it looks great. Thank you. This is kind of like the ice cream that we made last week. And you can shade, or you can just do one color. I think the less water you have, the better, especially on this surface, because it's pooling in here. It's pooling up in that wood grain texture a little bit more than I would prefer. And I'm sure I'm not doing this correctly, but and actually it might be better if I do go that way. Spray a tiny bit of water, plain water over here. I went outside the line. Okay. Yeah, I think for this surface it works better to have less water, but it is helpful to have a wet brush. Let's try that. Jason says he loves the watercolor idea. I haven't quite finished my ice cream clipboard from the other day. I don't even know what it is. We did a little bit of watercoloring last week. So a second coat helps to darken it up a little bit. It's a good question, Bonita. She asks, what color am I going to do the crust around the rolled edge? Well, let's go back to our they just used camel. We could darken camel a little bit or mix a little bit of bark in with camel if we wanted to. I guess I haven't gotten down that far yet. I was just kind of working on this area first. Oops. Am I doing some baking for the 4th? Well, I made sopapilla cheesecake casserole thingy last night. I was going to do some patriotic Oreo truffles. And then I have a recipe for no-bake monster cookies that I was going to make. So yes, doing some. Benita says she thought maybe I was going to use a different color since I was being so careful not to get it that low. No, I was just trying to stay in one area for right now. Okay, let's go back to Ashley's question. She says, are you doing some baking for the 4th? So let's let that be the question of the day. Are you doing any 4th of July baking, and what is it? So let me know in the comments. Ashley says, yum on the truffles and no-bake cookies. Yeah. I could darken it a little bit with bark. I just hadn't made it down that far yet. Let's get a little bit of bark. Ashley says she's baking brownies. Ugh. Let's get out a color tray. Probably one that doesn't have stuff on it. And dip a little bit out. Not a lot. It's probably way more than I need. Not going to be very dark. Bonita says she absolutely loves no-bake cookies, but you do not put peanut butter in mine, and most people want peanut butter, right? I like them both ways. They're so good. These are kind of like if a monster cookie, a no-bake cookie, and a Reese's peanut butter cup had a love child, because I think they have a chocolate top layer, and then it's oatmeal, peanut butter, and like M&Ms and all that kind of stuff in the cookie part, or the fudgy inside part. It's not as dark, but we can always put on a second coat too and make it a little darker. Have any of you watched some of the designers with the new I've got it right over here. The apple orchard with the basket of apples, how they've been watercoloring it on, oh man, watercolor paper. They're gorgeous. I'll pull that transfer out in a little bit. You can look at it. Debbie Debbie Westbrooks with Refresh and Restyle. She did an amazing watercolor with it. It's kind of along the same lines as this, only it's the whole entire transfer that can be watercolored. And then there's a new pumpkin patch one coming out in the fall and autumn, or the autumn catalog. Anita says she will not be doing any baking and cooking. It will be too hot. Well, the truffles don't require any oven. Actually, neither cookie requires an oven. That's kind of why I made the cheesecake thing last night, because it was nice this weekend. Margie asks what colors I'm doing the crust. I am using, it's this color Dune. And then to do the darker edge, hopefully, I mixed a little bit of bark with my Dune. So I'm going to dry it. It does muddle up some of that black once you watercolor over it, but you can always lay the transfer back down. I would fuzz really, 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 really well. Lay the transfer back down and just re-chalk the black on the pie. There's another company similar to Chalk that they have paste and ink in like marker form. I would so love those. Like I've even thought about breaking out just a regular chalk marker and going over that. I just don't know how reusable that would be. Margie said, thanks, you are welcome. I'm just kind of washing out my brush as best as I can. Paper towel. It's pretty good. Another bonus of this glass mat that I can use it as a palette. Okay, so let's close that up. And because I used distilled water in my lid, I can just put all that back in there. I am a mess. Teetotal mess. Okay, so let's quickly do the, we'll do the pie pan. Let's experiment. This is actually, don't let the cap fool you. This is actually some DIY gray. But let's just experiment and see how it reacts with water. I had a really old 2-ounce jar. I wish they sold the paste in the 2 ounces again, like they did in the very, very beginning. Which, speaking of, happy birthday to Chocatour. They turned 7 today. And I had my 6-year Chocaversary last month. This actually works really well. Again, this is just craft acrylic paint, like what you buy at Hobby Lobby, the Americana, Deco Art Americana, the Ceramcoat, the Apple Barrel. But this is probably Deco Art, I would imagine. And that Coco's chalky powder. There for a while I was out of Storm and black and white, so I made my own. And that's what I would encourage you. Like, I'm all about saving money. I have a love-hate relationship with money. So if you really like the transfers, but just don't, you feel like it's a huge investment to get like the transfers and the paste and but yet you may have an extensive array of paints, or you just want to go that route, just get a bag of that Coco's chalky powder and make your own paste. It works just as well. You just have to you have to wash your stencils a little quicker, because you don't want this is more plastic based, and our chalk paste is natural, all natural material. So the plastic in here will dry super quick, and it could possibly damage your transfers. You just have to wash them quickly or water them down like I did. Benita says, I love that you can still see the black lines in the pan. Yeah. They're not quite as black. They're a little bit gray. So eventually I will probably lay my transfer back down, maybe. Or I could just experiment for you. And I'll see if I can find I think I have a chalk marker. Okay, so the thing with this tray is if you sealed it correctly, you could probably get away with chalking on the other side. And so let me go back. So here is what that pie looks like. So it's dulled a little bit of the black lines. That's not terrible. As long as you try to keep these outside edges black. Okay, so the cool thing is, if you did want to seal this and paste on the back side to have a double-sided tray, on July 9th, Chalk Couture is releasing 7 new Dixie Belle. Yeah, it doesn't like that black lid. There's something else it doesn't like either. Sorry, my camera is focusing in the background. There. Chalk Couture is releasing 7 excuse me, new Dixie Belle products. These are 3 of the finishes. So we have the Gator Hide Top Coat, the Sea Spray Texture Additive, and the Crackle Additive. And I happen to have 2 of the 3. Oh boy, my camera. So I have the Crackle Medium with me. It says apply 1 coat. Well, apply 1 coat of paint of any color. This will be the color of the cracks to a properly cleaned surface. If natural wood is desired as the base, apply 1 coat of any clear coat. Let dry completely. Thoroughly stir this crackle and apply. Do not thin. Allow to completely dry. It will be glossy. Apply another coat of paint over the crackle. Work quickly starting from one end to the other. Do not backbrush. This will disturb the crackling process. Let dry completely, approximately 24 hours, and then you can seal with any sealer. So you've seen a lot of people use the Elmer glue crackle process. So this is the Dixie Belle version. And then the gator hide is, it is I think it repels water, but it says it repels water, not gators. Protect your creation with nature's armor. So says stir well, apply sparingly using a sponge, synthetic or foam brush. Apply 2 to 3 coats, allowing 2 hours of dry time between each coat. So this is supposed to be a pretty durable top coat. And then the Speed Spray is a texture additive. I've seen, it's very similar to if you've seen somebody use Sol Wash. I have the Fusion Mineral version, which is Fresco. So I've not used the Sea Spray, and I've not seen anybody use it. So you could, to make a very long story short, or longer, seal this with gator hide, flip it over and paste it, and seal that with gator hide. And then all you would need to do, you would just need to change your handles around to make it double-sided. So real quickly, I also was going to see if I could find a chalk marker. Not that one, that is a paint marker. I do not want that. Aha. So this is a chalk marker. So I'm just gonna see if I can. I'm gonna go around this top portion because I did overcoat. So let me be your guinea pig. I'm assuming this will come off because it comes off with like glass. I mainly just want to get kind of my outlines. And the other parts can stay gray. I don't mind those looking lighter. I just want to get kind of these outlines back. There. Oh, it does not, I don't think it likes these black lids for some reason. So there it is with the chalk marker. Okay, so let's get our hardware on, and then we'll be done. Will I be able to remove the marker? I hope so. I will be your, I'll be your guinea pig. I might test it on the back side because I don't plan to re-chalk this. So I will do a little portion on the back side and let you and report back to you. I tried mostly just to go over where I'd already chalked. So I'm hoping. Okay. And then the, I lied, maybe there's just 6 new things. So there's also 3 Voodoo gel stains from Dixie Belle, tobacco, Up in Smoke, and All Natural. It's big enough. Give it a whirl. I'm going to put my towel down so I don't scratch the back side. Except I need the back side. Anita said it looks amazing. Thank you. Oops, sorry. That's what I was trying to avoid. Okay. And if you didn't like these handles, you could probably find other ones at something's up here elsewhere. They don't countersink either, so you may want to put some felt pads on one side. That wasn't wanting to go all the way in. I don't think the holes match up. There we go. That's better. Yeah, so they don't sit flush. And I don't know if there's enough depth to come back in with a countersink drill bit. There might be. I don't know how to do that, nor do I own one. I don't think so. I'll have to leave that to the professionals. Peter says it looks amazing. Thank you. It's not wanting to go in very well. But yeah, if you want to set this somewhere and you care about the surface of your table, I would put some foam discs down or put some felt over the screws because they're gonna scratch. It doesn't sit level either. Minor design flaw, but that's okay. So there is our cute little tray. Love it. Might be a little off, a little skewed. Okay, real quick. Just want to show you again the July Club Couture subscription kit. So if you are not a club member, but you think this is super adorable, you might want to join this month. I have a link about Club Couture in the description of the video, but you get this exclusive B-size transfer, 2 ink singles in, it looks like black velvet and probably cadet. And then this cute little tote bag with the fun blue straps. So hopefully mine will be coming in a few weeks. I think there's still a code active for today's 7th birthday celebration. So you can use the code BDAY for 20% off, and there is free shipping when you spend $70. If you are a Perks member, you also get a quick dry tool for free if you spend $70 today. And don't forget, all through this month, I'm going to have a 12 days of Hallo-Fall-Mas, Fall-oween-Mas, or just a little bit of Merry Everything. So tonight was day 1, and I will be back on Wednesday with day 2. me show you our cute little tray. There it is. Super cute. Love it, love it. And again, I'm amazed at how well this surface took the paste. It's really pretty. Jason says beautiful. Super fun. So if you want to craft your stash, make sure you follow along with me all month. I'm going to try to bust through my stash of unfinished or half-started Christmas, Halloween, fall, and evergreen projects, getting ready for a fall open house in early August. I know it's crazy, but that's when it's scheduled, and the upcoming holidays so that I can be ready. But I want to get through my stash because I have a lot of half-finished or unstarted projects. So raise your hand in the comments if you are with me. It's bad. It's bad, people. It's bad. Okay. Thanks for hanging out with me this evening. I really appreciate all of your support. I should be live again on Wednesday with another Hallo-Fall-Mas or Fall-oween-Mas. I can't even say it anymore. Project. So thanks for your support. Thanks for hanging out, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching.